I happen to remember an old rap battle between you and him, and I was just kind of wondering, like a pre-designed or off the top of the head?
Do you honestly think I can do a rap off the top of my head? You know how long I had to memorize that thing for? Probably 6 hours. Over and over and over. Just so I wouldn't screw up. But it was a lot of fun. Because John was really good at that. And, you know, he didn't even know what I was going to say, which was awesome. Because his expressions were real. Because when he heard it, he reacted. Holy shit. You know? So he was actually like, "You're pretty good, Kurt." But I enjoyed it, man. I love entertaining the fans and going outside my comfort zone, like with a cowboy hat, and, you know, spraying everybody down with a milk truck. You know, I did Sexy Kurt. Yeah, so the great thing is WWE always relied on me to do something entertaining. And I was able to back it up, and I was really happy that I was able to do it, because honestly, I was never a funny person. I wasn't goofy, I didn't have like this personality that was hilarious. You know, I didn't really know comedy, but I would just do what I was told to do and try to do it as goofy as I could, and it turned out okay. I wouldn't say great, but it was okay. But I feel very blessed that I was able to perform the things I was able to in front of the fans, and that WWE gave me that opportunity. But I will tell you this, the writer is the whole reason I got all these things that I'm able to brag about. Brian Gewirtz is an incredible writer. Actually, he is no longer writing for WWE because The Rock stole him from WWE, and he is now writing movies for The Rock. That is where Brian is. Yeah.
Where's your son, Jason Jordan?
All right, Vince had a really good personality. What happened was, all right, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan came into WWE from NXT. And so Chad was a former Olympian, just like me. And Vince wanted to have one of them be my son. And I was thinking, great, Chad, right? But Vince overheard that I dated a couple of African-American women throughout my lifetime. So it's just like, wait a minute, I have a good idea here. I'm gonna make Jason Jordan his son. So, you know what, it worked out better because Jason was actually looked more like me than Chad did. And he was a really cool kid. He was a really quick learner. I really loved working with him. Nicest kid in the world. I just feel so badly that he wasn't able to perform at his best because of his neck. He had a lot of neck problems like me, and it took him out of the game, and he's never gone back. He's now producing for WWE, but it's unfortunate that Jason Jordan didn't have the career he was expected to. I mean, you look at Chad Gable, what he's been able to do now, and the WWE is barely giving him anything. He is doing it himself. But, you know, eventually they're going to give him a shot for the world title, and it's going to happen. And Chad's going to be ready. And you know what? The fans already love to hate him or love to love him. No matter what it is, the fans like him. You know, they want to see more Chad Gable. And I think that's awesome because he's only like 5'6", 180 pounds. He's not a big person. So that's a lot of the reason why WWE kind of backed off on him. But if you think about it, he's an Olympian wrestler. That's a badass, you know? So I think fans would understand, okay, this kid's 5'6", 180 pounds, he can still beat up just about everybody, you know, on the roster. So I think that Chad Gable will get his time in the ring, or his moment, I guess. That's my story about Jason.
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Ray. You get a little dizzy when you wrestle him. Kind of flies around you. Ray was my favorite to work with because it was a night off. Okay, he would fly around. All I had to do was catch him. And he was so quick and nimble. I remember working with him at SummerSlam, I believe it was 2002. We were the first match on the card. And I never worked Lucha Libre style before. I was really nervous. And Ray, calmed me down and said, listen, you got this. You know what you're doing. We got it all. We got the match all planned out. We went out there. We had the best match of the night. We were the first match. And that's not good to have the best match of the night in your first match, because the fans will compare that to the last match and say, why was the main event so bad? The first match was so good. So you never really want to have the best match on the card when you're first. We unfortunately we did. And it was only a 12-minute match. We didn't have a lot of time. But Ray was so special. I mean, I remember losing the world title to him in 2006, and it was like, it's about time. Because Ray deserved to be world champion. And what they did is they did it kind of like a really cool storyline about him doing it for Eddie Guerrero. And that made it even extra special. But Ray, I mean, the kid's timeless. He's still wrestling to this day. He's in his 50s. And, the way he wrestles, his body should be so banged up that he should probably not even be able to walk. But he is. He's still moving like he did when he was 25 years old. And I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know if he's doing yoga or stem cells or whatever it is, but he's doing something right, and I'm completely impressed.
Just want to thank you for coming. I was also a big fan of your TNA